back up in this thing. Ready to get some on that wax.
Another session with the bros. BrosTalk. Where the beer's ice cold. BrosTalk. Another session with the bros. BrosTalk. Come and tell us what you know. BrosTalk.
You got real excited. I can still see the happiness.
Yeah, that shit crazy because I was trying to figure it out when I was standing up there. I was like, damn, how is this gonna work? But now I know. All right. Yo. What up, world? What up, peoples and tweeples out there? It's your boy T. Broski. Got my main man King Dano in the building with me.
What up?
This is BrosTalk. Half of us work out, the other half doesn't. Shouts out to these other guys, our players, our homies, our fellas. Shout to introduce yourself, guys.
What's going on, y'all? This is Corey.
And this is Lando.
These are the guys that don't work out. Oh my
And there it is again. Fuck you.
It's true for me, so I can't say nothing.
I don't need to.
For you too?
So I don't need to.
Oh, I mean for life, yeah. I mean, you just go for a little walk or something like that, a little nature walk.
Yeah.
Pedestrian stroll, as they would say.
Well, that's not working out, though.
I mean, it's a start. That's how you start off.
I do that.
Oh.
I started years ago. I've been in start for forever.
Oh, okay. Well,
Starting easy.
well, how y'all players doing, man?
Oh, chilling. Good vibes, man.
Chill, man. Chill.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
Literally chill. It's cold.
Yeah, we know you hate the cold, man. What'd you say? You can't wait for March? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It ain't even that bad out there.
A little chilly, that's all.
And it's hoodie season. Who doesn't like hoodies?
Exactly.
Who don't like the hoodies? Everybody do. Hey, but we got a couple topics of the day. First topic, I ain't even say topic, but I just got a question. It's been going on clean. I've been seeing it like over Facebook and stuff like that. They've been doing like food drives. Destiny did a big one. That's the only people I can think of off the top of my head. But there's a lot of people.
Mall, that was huge.
Yeah. Oh, the mall. Yeah, I was gone. But yeah. I seen it. Right. Mm-hmm. All these things going on. Amazing, right? Yeah. Amazing. I just got a question. Is it okay for you to go if you can afford? You know what I mean? If your life isn't structured on somebody giving you a handout, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but just taking like the offerings that's presented, is it okay for you to go?
It's for the less fortunate. Like, you take it from somebody who actually needs it.
Is it for the less fortunate, or is it just a food drive?
It's a food drive.
You gonna walk by and not take the sample from the store because you can go buy a pack?
I mean, but the sample leads you to the pack that you can go buy.
That's a different thing. You in the store to buy. They want you to sample this sausage because we got a sale on these sausages. We try and get rid of these bad boys.
Okay. I mean, I get it, but if they giving stuff for free out, now they put some things behind and say,
I don't knock the hustle. Like,
it ain't a hustle. It's free.
Like,
it's like
if the hustle on that's it's free, but yeah, you don't need it. But
shit, I don't need a pen. I take the pen from the bank. It's free. I don't know.
Yeah, but people don't need pens to live. Unless they're EpiPens.
I mean, true.
Well played. Well,
they don't just. I mean, in that
situation, if you in that situation, like bro said, like if you already set up and you know you good, why aren't you coming through to donate? Why are you coming through to take something from? If you already know you good.
Who's to say they haven't donated though? This might be their get back.
What if you over donated and you're just trying to get some of your stuff back?
Some change.
You're just like, yo, I gave 40. I really meant to give 35. So I'm gonna take back the macaroni noodles and a couple other things.
Because in my mind, I struggle. Excuse me, I struggle with that. That's one of the things I struggle with because I mean, I would love to have free food and free meals and stuff like that I can come home and cook and stuff like that. But and I'm not even a bragging point, but I'm okay. Currently I'm okay. Yeah,
that's something for people who need it.
Yeah, that's my whole point.
Like
so
you would like it. You would like to have that shit, but these people need that shit. I think is the difference.
Yeah. So I mean, do we all agree upon that? Like people.
That's just how I feel. That's how I feel, man.
Like, do I think it's wrong for them?
No, I'm not saying wrong. I'm saying like that like it should be for people that need it.
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole point behind it. But I mean, I don't see somebody who doesn't need it waiting in line to 6 hours to get it. And if they do, oh well. You don't rub me wrong. I'm not going to.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think, Corey? You think it's?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
People just going to get it?
I mean, personally, I think if you got money, you shouldn't be going to somewhere where people are donating. You should probably be donating it. I don't really see the reason why you would take
the 6 hours in line to get there. I'm with you.
But I don't know. For me, that was I forget the exact numbers that Destiny said they did, but it was like, and maybe I don't know the city like that, but the numbers to me was just like mind-boggling. Like, holy smokes! Like, it's that many people struggling with vehicles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That got time.
Yeah, just because you have a vehicle doesn't mean that you're not struggling.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm just saying, like, for me, like, I didn't know. Like, it was just shocking to me. Like, damn, like me personally, I'm sorry, I'm not sitting in line for 3 hours, 2 hours.
That's because your situation isn't desperate enough for you to have to do that. Like, it isn't like your only option left yet. You know what I'm saying? For some people, that's their only option to get food is to sit in this line for whoever. They don't even know how long. If it takes 6 hours, then that's what they're going to do. But they got to do something. You know what I'm saying? And this is their last option. You know what I'm saying?
And I didn't know it was that many people here like that. But see, again, that's my thought process behind it. But then there's the other side of things where there's people that don't mind just going to get the free shit.
I was going to say, do you think everyone in that line really is in that position?
Nah.
Right?
That's why the whole question, that's why it came up in my mind was like, is it okay to do that? Because I don't think I think if we're going to do it, then we should put out it's going to sound crazy. We should put out a stipulation. Mm-hmm. This is, week 1 is for the less fortunate. So I'm expecting a lot of people. Yeah.
How do you audit the people?
I don't know. I don't know how to do it. But I'm just.
I know. We need to see W-2s.
Yeah, a Scout's honor works. You just come.
I don't know, but and then man, we got leftovers. If you want, you know what I'm saying, just come scoop it up. Because I'm not saying I know people that.
But okay. On the flip side of people who are desperate enough to stand in line, there are also people who are lazy enough to stand in line. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's the same. I guess it's the same to me. Like the question that you're asking about, like, does it make it okay? No, it doesn't make it okay. But there are some people who, rather than going out and working and earning something, they'll go stand in line. You know what I'm saying? And take the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, so that's on the rise. I wouldn't say that's on the rise, but it seems like there's a lot more what do they call them? Beggars. Like people are more comfortable begging from now than I felt like when I was younger.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you know what pissed me off the other day? I'm in the store. I walk in the store, and this dude says, I'm walking in the store. He seen me get out the car. He's, hey man, you got something and you can get me. And he named exactly what type of Black and Mild that he wanted. That shit pissed me. I'm talking about enraged me immediately. Like I'm talking, man, it made me so. And I couldn't figure out why it bothered me so much. And then I had to sit down and think about it. You're asking me specifically for something with the idea that I'm going to go get it. That's why you said this specifically. Because if you wanted something, you would just say, "Hey man, let me get $1." I probably would have gave you $1, right? Granted, I didn't have $1 bill on me, but I was going in there to get cash, so I probably would have gave you $1. But the fact that you asked me something specifically for it, it bothered me so much because it made me think like, bro, you're too comfortable asking people for stuff. That shit is a wild way to live your life. Just like, hey man, I'm just shit, fuck it. Hey, yo. You know what I mean? It's just, for me, it's just a wild way to live.
There's this one dude at the gas station. I gave him money one night, and then every single night, he just, can I get a little bit more money? Get me a beer? Like, nah. And so it got to the point where every time I pull up, he just look at me like, and I just be like, nah. It's like, damn, man. And finally, I stopped running into him. But yeah, I feel like it didn't used to be nearly as common as it was back as it is now.
I mean, and you stay out there where, I mean, it's a bigger city, right? So like, the opportunity for you to see homelessness is way higher, even though we see it here, but you see a lot more out there. I mean, population wise. So, did you see an increase? Do you see an increase, or it's just like normal, like the same normal activity? You've been out there for a minute.
For the homeless people?
Yeah, like the begging part of things.
No, it's just normal to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the normal amounts of people. It just depends on the part of the city that they've been located or relocated to. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the amounts of people, I think there's more broke people now than there was probably when we were growing up, and probably like we look at things with different perspective when we were growing up too. We probably didn't notice a lot much. Like, yeah, there definitely wasn't as many homeless people around Killeen.
Yeah.
But
wasn't so high.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
But population has grown and the economy is way different than it was 30 years ago as well. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Like, comparing Killeen and Austin homeless rates is a totally different thing.
Not necessarily.
It's always been homeless people in Austin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Not necessarily the rate of homelessness, but just necessarily the begging part. Like, and for me, I don't think I've ever been in Austin and somebody's asked me for anything. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever went to a store and somebody's asked me, "Hey man, can you get me?" I've seen some crazy motherfuckers out there, but I don't think I've ever been and they asked me. Somebody's asked me. I think it's like that's the fast paced homeless.
People like at the light.
I mean, yeah, but they're not. I mean, there's one guy, like downtown Austin.
But like, it's probably different because like when you're coming to Austin, like where are you going? Like, are you going like on the outskirts, or you coming?
I mean, downtown. Yeah, I've been downtown. I've been.
They don't have to fuck with you downtown. That's fucking with the city's money.
Maybe that's what it is too, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe that's what it is too. Because for me, I don't remember it like that. But here, obviously, I've seen an increase. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of it has to deal with what you said. A lot of people are a lot more. The economy's crazier. So like a lot of people that could sustain life at a certain number amount. Well, first of all, the minimum wage should be way higher than what it is now. The federal or the minimum wage nationally, whatever, should be higher. So That's an issue for one.
Yeah, but you also got to think about, like the housing crisis of like 2008 and stuff, and all the people that lost their houses and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? To think about over the last 30 years, to reason why people would be homeless, and also that there isn't really a safety net or anything. I mean, there's a sort of a safety net, but not really a safety net for people. You know what I'm saying? Unless they want to go to church. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't want to do that.
Churches ain't helping out anymore. Some of them.
Nah.
So.
I don't. Well, yeah, we ain't. Yeah, we're gonna save that for another one. Here. Boy, I got some stuff. But first topic is gonna be SHEDEUR had his first start. Well, he had his first playing time.
His first start. That worked.
And then he had his first start. But I'm saying we didn't talk about his first playing time. And now he got his first start. And now he's projected to start next week also. Mm-hmm. His first time, I think it wasn't good numbers, right? But they came in playing the Ravens.
Second half, he came in.
Second half, they was already losing.
It's tough to come in.
Yeah, it was a tough time to come in and perform
against the Ravens with the first team that you don't get to practice with very often. It's tough.
And he did well. He was throwing that ball.
Yeah, I mean, but that's something that he always does, right? Throws the ball. So then we have to grade him on. I mean, that happened.
It was a bad game. I mean, it was, but I don't think you could expect much from anyone in that position.
Well, for his receivers to not give him any help either. They had 5 drop passes in that fourth quarter, just alone.
Yes,
he's putting it there. But we talk about that too. SHEDEUR's right-handed, Dylan's left-handed. It's a whole different catch. The ball spins different.
So, we're talking about professional athletes too. That's why Jerry Jeudy isn't a A-list athlete.
Oh.
He's a scrub. But anyways, I don't like his attitude. I don't like his attitude towards whatever. But
I had to take him back. I had to take. He was on the bench on my fantasy team.
As he should, but he shouldn't be, because now you got the opportunity. I would say more of an opportunity to get the ball down the field. With SHEDEUR playing versus Dylan Gabriel, and I'm not even a knock at Dylan Gabriel. Like, I think that he could have success somewhere. It might be on the Browns. SHEDEUR might have to go somewhere else. Who knows? But he's a what they would call a coachable guy. You know, he's gonna do what you tell him to do. So you got more success with more opportunities for success, because SHEDEUR can stretch the field for you. So Jerry Jeudy, you got to make the catches. And what's that dude, the tight end, whatever his name is, he got to make the catches. You know what I mean? Like, these type of things, these type of things got to happen. So then you come up on his first start. Everybody's pumped up about it. You know what I mean? Chanting his name. He's out there. It's looking. I watched the game. It was amazing, right? I felt like I was there. Not really, but I felt. You know, I was excited. You know, he went out there, and for me, I think he performed, right? If he had receivers that can catch the ball, I would say, to speak, better receivers. You know what I mean? And I'm talking shit about Jerry Jeudy because I think he's not as good as he's the number 1 receiver on that team, but you put Jerry Jeudy on any other team in the NFL, he's a number 3, maybe 4 at best.
I think Bond's going to take that spot soon.
You know, so you got the opportunity to make these plays and stuff like that with SHEDEUR, and they didn't. You know, so his completion rating could have been higher. He could have had 2, maybe 3 touchdowns if they would have, because when he threw the touchdown in the end zone and Buddy dropped it, I want to say 84, he dropped it. He had both hands on the ball. Mm-hmm. We've all seen way crazier catches. Hell, we've seen a dude catch the ball and place it on the dude's back and fall down with him and score. You know, we've seen crazier catches. You just got to be able to make that. You know, the interception that he threw, I don't think it was a bad interception. He had an open receiver. He threw a pretty interception. That was a pretty ball that was thrown out of his hand, and he was a hit while he threw that interception.
So that epic was that's a learning. He got schemed against.
I'm excuse me. I'm mixing up the
games.
The games. Yeah, my bad. That interception, yeah, he got schemed on. That's the one he threw. He was throwing towards the seam. He had the left flats open. The linebacker act like
defense end drop.
Like he was gonna shift out to the flats, which normally he should have, but he played that. Okay, cool. That one, yeah, he got schemed against. Boom.
Okay.
I think he had it. I think SHEDEUR played decent. I think he played well. I think he played okay. I don't think it was his best game ever. Even with the team that he played, like the Raiders, they pointed out the Baker Mayfield shit. Oh, he was the last quarterback. This is what he did. He threw for 200 and something with 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. This. Yeah, I think he did okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What y'all think about his start? I said a lot.
Oh, he played great his first start, while still not given the opportunity to put up good numbers. Because the Browns do what they're doing as they should do. They like to run that pill. So down the goal line, they did a wildcat twice. So
they got Judkins his 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think he played really well, especially to be going against Max Crosby, who was in his face a lot that game. He showed a lot of poise, even being able to make a miss a couple times on a long 50-yard play.
Yeah.
That great play by him. But also the Browns, the team seemed different this week than they did previous week. Like they all seemed to have a little uptick.
I mean, is
10
that
sacks? Oof.
Yeah, well, that was crazy. Is that? But I would say that's more along the lines of
belief, energy.
Yeah, like opportunity.
Like, we got a chance
shit, we
now.
might have a chance.
Yeah.
Maybe not to make it to the playoffs, but a chance. You know what I mean, to win this game. You know.
Yeah.
I think that definitely. Oh damn! I got to upgrade. Ours going in.
Got 10 minutes.
Got 10 minutes, Lando. That sucks.
So just.
And then they play the 49ers next, which should be another really good test. But this is what I expected to see out of him.
Exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Corey, what you think?
Yeah, I pretty much on par with what you said. I thought it was an okay game. He definitely showed some flashes of like that 50+ yard pass, and there definitely are some instances where receivers drop passes. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, that's all.
What you think, Lando? We gotta hurry up.
Yeah, not much to add. You know what I'm saying? I think pretty much the same thing. Everything everybody else has been saying.
I'm surprised it wasn't more.
Be honest with you, that's what I thought too.
But I've seen the way that they game plan that game, which is what they do. But we are terrible.
But they drop passes. The Browns dropped a lot of passes that
that's not what it's doing.
That should have been caught.
It's going to be interesting to see him up against San Francisco because it's just.
I think it might be a little bit, I ain't gonna say easier, but I think the Browns' offense sucks, 100%, and I think that's one of the biggest issues is they offense sucks. Now, granted, shouts out to Jay Norris because he be talking about the money, right? The money that they paying Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
like they can't go get nobody because they don't have no money. So once they free that cap up, then they'll have the ability to go get somebody to help out.
Well, they traded for Judy. Judy was supposed to be good.
Yeah, and he's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now we gotta go get something different. You know what I mean? Like something. We gotta work something out. figure something out because this ain't gonna work.
I say they got the rookie from Texas. I think he's going to turn out to be amazing.
We shall see. As of right now, we need somebody to step up. You know what I mean? And once that one person step up, now double team or schemes come your way. Now we need somebody else to step up. Just catch the ball. That's what you're paid for. Catch the ball, hold on to it. Judy, hold on to the ball. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking.
That was bone.
And I get it. Yeah, I get it.
That was bone play. Talking about the fumble?
Yeah.
That was crazy work.
I get what he was trying to do. I get it. He was trying to set up a juke.
He's like, maybe
but your awareness is like, on a video game. His awareness at that point was like a 39. Like you was only aware of what's in front of you, literally right here, like a horse with the blinders. That's all you seen. You didn't notice. You ran by somebody, bro, and you're literally either run out of bounds.
Yeah.
He had to think, he was like, man, I can't believe I got the ball being this wide open. This probably switched right back to like practice mode. Like he was, the only time I'm not open is in practice. We're running
Stupid
shells.
ass drill.
They're just fucking around.
Yeah, man, because that was nuts. I'm pretty sure the coach, you just run through them. You gotta run back. This
That's just crazy work, man. I couldn't believe that. Like, come on, man. And then another thing, when SHEDEUR did throw his touchdown, the announcers was like, well, he really threw a touchdown. He's going to get marked as a touchdown, but that guy did the work.
talking about the screenplay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's true, but I mean, it is what it is on any. It's still a pass for a touchdown. Like, it doesn't belittle it. There is no doubt that, yes, the running back
But you got to
did,
make that throw.
but he's still got to get the ball.
Has to get the ball. And I've seen many terrible screen throws.
You know, so no one says anything about the linemen that set up the entire screenplay and do all that. It's just, you know, I don't know.
Or the electrician who cuts the lights on to the stadium.
Yeah, they don't mention him at all. I ain't never heard his name. No one ever talks about Bill.
I can cut this shit. Well,
Lando got toe fungi. He had to leave.
sorry about that, man. We appreciate you coming in, man.
Hey, go take care of that.
I'll see. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
We'll see.
All right, bro.
Hey, so we appreciate Lando coming on. Sorry he got cut off. Gotta step my subscriptions up. I was about to say prescriptions, but
It's
I
Black
gotta
Friday
step my
coming up.
subscriptions up.
That's the time to do it is now.
Nah, don't. Nah, I ain't gonna. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Excuse me, but we'll jump right into our next topic, which is gonna be I couldn't think of nothing crazy. 3iATLAS.
Okay.
Yeah. The 3iATLAS, the comet, our interstellar object, our UAP, our intergalactic. Some people might even say, well, you can't say interdimensional.
I've heard it called Johnson.
Jesus. All right. Whatever it is.
It's an awesome power.
That is moving around us, our space. It's getting closer. It's supposed to be December 19th, I want to say it is, that the closest it's supposed to be to Earth.
Mm-hmm. Are we gonna be able to see it, like with our naked eye?
I don't.
No,
I'm not sure
you,
of that.
You
I'm
can
not
see it
sure.
now with telescopes. They say.
Which is crazy. You know what I mean? Because like when you look in, they say you look at stars. That's past.
Yeah.
Right.
So like what you're looking at, are you gonna look at it like this? Like every 3 or 4 seconds, you got to move your telescope to follow it, or is it just you just look at it?
I think it's so far away that you'd barely be able to see that it's moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Like those stars, they're so far away that, you know,
We're just looking
billions
at
of light years. Yeah, that star may be gone, but the light from it's still taking all that time to travel, which is crazy. Like half the stars in the sky probably aren't there anymore.
No, not half, majority of them. But outside of that, that's fucking insane to even think about the light.
Yeah, there's just this beam of light
exactly
for just trillions of years and light years, just illumination right there.
It's gone.
I wonder if someone like goes in front of it like just for a little bit. Like how long does that? Like let's say a spaceship flies in front of it. How long are we like? Damn, where'd that star go?
15 years.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
Really?
is it a day, a week, a month, 2 years, 15 years?
That's wild to even think. I didn't even think about that. I was just gonna say what Neil Tyson deGrasse said is like, the further you go out, and like in space, if you look at Earth and zoom in, you'll see dinosaurs.
What? That
I might have said that completely wrong, but the way he was saying it was like you're looking back in time. That's how. So that everybody's gonna view it that way because there's so many light years away. So like if you're looking at Earth from 6 million light years away, you see the old Earth. You don't see the current Earth that we see right now.
yeah.
Like somebody was on
That star, wherever that star came
they
from,
zoomed in on Earth. They'll see
dinosaurs.
Because they're skipping all that time
The time is not even
that it took for it to
Yeah.
reach that point.
develop.
That's interesting
Yeah,
and crazy.
which is crazy. So since we're on that crazy thought process, what do y'all think about the 3iATLAS? Do y'all think it's so?
It's just a comment. That's what I think.
You think it's just a comet? That's
do.
it. Nothing else. You don't think it was sent from no other?
I don't. I think it's just got some weird things, but
the properties within it doesn't even resemble a regular comet.
not regular, but it's not
A normal
like-
comet. They haven't seen a comet like this.
Comet. Yeah,
It's not,
an
but
interstellar
at the
object.
same time, it's not like the first of its kind. Like they've had comments with stuff like that. Like I said, it's not regular,
been
but
3
it's
of them.
not. Okay, but so like
3 of them out of all the other comets that we've ever seen.
that we know of,
That we've ever seen.
right? But we have to test all those that we've seen.
They
Like,
tested them.
I'm still saying like 3. The fact that there's 3 out of however many, how many have we missed?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know how many we missed. I'm just saying based off of our observations from what we've seen. So the ones that we miss is normal. That's why we miss them, right? Because they're nothing to look at.
Maybe.
So anything, the Hubble telescope, these other telescopes that's out there, like anything that's abnormal, that's what we focus on. Because it's abnormal.
Right.
So but
it's not like the first of its kind. That's what I'm getting. Like it's not this monumental. Like holy shit, we have no idea what it is. Like that.
But the light.
There's some, like I said, there's some weird things
stuff.
about it. I don't, but I think there's plenty of weird stuff going on in the world.
Versus the O2, like that faction of it is different too. I mean, we've never seen. Now, granted, a lot of this stuff is based off of. Obviously, we're light years away, or however many millions of miles away from it, and we're viewing it, and we're looking at particles and scientific matter that would say or determine, based off of our research, this is what this is, or this is how this molecule or atom or matter works in this area. So that's why we can say this is this and this is that, right? So I say all that to say, the closer something may get, it may change. It may show that it's something from far, but then as it gets closer, we can get more information. Or as Neil Tyson deGrasse says, as time travels, or excuse me, as time passes, we get more understanding of whatever it is that we're looking at because it gets closer, right? So granted, it may be just a normal, comet, but it's not the properties that we see now.
It's different. Something different.
Something's different, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not a normal comet, but I still think it is a comet. I think it is just a abnormal rock flying through space. That's what I think.
But it came from somewhere outside of our I forgot to do. It's not outside of our galaxy.
Outside
our
of
universe.
the Milky Way.
Outside of the Milky Way, I want to say it really was, because the dude said it didn't come from outside of our galaxy, but I would assume like so if we're looking at a galaxy, I'm looking at a map, right? And everything on this map is doing whatever it's doing, and I'm looking at that in different telescopes, right? So this telescope, these telescopes, they build up a map. and then something shoots from the left side of my, or excuse me, the right side of my map to the left side of my map, I can assume that whatever it happened, it came from outside of our parameters. So I would say that's where they're saying it came from, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
But trajectory wise, we know that traveling through space is almost the best way to travel through space is utilizing gravity, orbits, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you minimize your fuel consumption,
right,
and you maximize you maximize your opportunities to move with gravitational pulls and gravity and orbits and stuff like that, right? Would aliens use the same type of technology, or would foreign UAPs or foreign objects use the same type of technology, or would they just fly where they want to fly to? You know what I mean? So like that's the thought process behind it being something different for me. That's why I always stick to changing trajectories. If it changes trajectories, not like what we assume should happen, like if it goes 180 versus 145, okay, cool. But if it goes 280 versus 119 and then double loops around and goes somewhere, like that to me, that would be more crazier. But the lighting that it's emitting is still crazy to me. The light, where the light's shining, the way the light's shining, still crazy to me.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I don't think it's a comet. I don't think it's artificial though. I don't think something made it and sent it this way. I just think it's a lot of things that. Well, I guess to your saying, if it's just a type of rock floating through there, then I guess that would make it a comet. But yeah, I think it's something they know about that they don't want us to know about. But I don't think it's like a spaceship or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's a
that would be
a spaceship.
crazy.
So if you burn minerals, if you burn different minerals, they give off different lights.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my thought process behind it. We're looking at something that's moving so fast, it's being burnt up in our atmosphere, in our galaxy, in our universe, whatever, right? And we're looking at it from what we believe or what we know and our knowledge based on this. So when something that we can't fathom happens, it's astronomical. We can't fathom it. But we know for a fact on this earth right now, you can burn this mineral, and they emit a different light. Maybe these minerals is minerals we've never seen before, emitting the light. Or it may be a mix of minerals that we already seen before and just never put them together because they may have been, wherever this is coming from, has able to structure those two minerals together to where they're not violent together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They work well together, or they neutralize the combativeness of them. I don't know what the fuck they call it, acidity of them. Mm-hmm. You know, and then it's able to go. One of the things I did hear theory wise or conspiracy theory wise was like a Big Bang happened somewhere else, and that's one of the remnants of it. Mm-hmm. It came like outside of our galaxy. And this explosion or Big Bang happened, and something was so strong enough that explosion was big enough to push debris so far that it comes to
It gets put in different gravity.
Yeah, another galaxy or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, in space, once there's nothing to stop you. Yeah, well, let me rephrase. There's no friction to slow you down. You know, out in space, there's obviously, objects to stop you, but if you don't run into anything, you'll go the same speed forever in space. So you'll never slow down, you'll never speed up.
Yeah.
It all depends on how strong that magnet is you're going by.
Yeah. That's a fact too. So you have to be moving faster
than the pull.
Or moving at it. Well, I don't know if it's pressure or whatever, but
yeah, I'm sure you're still gonna have somewhat effect on where you're heading, even if it's only slightly, if you're heading this way and then you have this massive star that kind of pulls you this way. You may be going fast enough to bypass it.
Yeah.
But it's going to affect your trajectory, no doubt.
But that's why old Muskie, he takes off at certain times. You know what I mean? Like why they take off certain times and why they use the arch and everything like that. So for me, if you, and I don't understand it, but if you understood space travel, right, then everybody would use these same, based off of what we know, everybody would use these same laws of physics to travel through space. Unless you have some type of jet propulsion or inert system that allows you to defy gravity. Now, that's the big question. Do you think that this thing is defying any physical laws that we have set forth right now? And I would say no. First off, what we see, different. But the physical laws that
No, I mean,
govern our Earth, I think that it's still aligned with those laws.
yeah, I mean, the fact that they've been able to track it pretty successfully.
My thing is why they stopped tracking it. That's what makes it weird.
That's a good point, too.
So if they
Nah, 'cause
found
that
it
is weird.
July 1st with a telescope in Chile, I believe.
I think so.
Guess what you're doing for the next however long until I tell you to stop. You about to watch this
Watch
thing.
that. Figure out what this is.
If
Analyze
we
it,
know its
keep watching it.
trajectory and shit like that, we're gonna sit this thing and we're gonna watch it all the way. Then I guess when it goes around the sun, I guess we just gotta wait for it to pop out on the other side. Cool, but guess what? We're gonna watch that thing all the way and get all the data and all the images, and we should be able to live feed it right now.
Right.
And it's the Minor Planet Center, the July 1st, 2025. That's when they discovered it. The Atlas survey, by the Atlas Survey Telescope in Chile.
In Chile, okay, so I went right. Yep, in Chile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you so
watched the thing the whole time.
But so when you live feed space, phenomenons may happen.
Yes.
So what you're saying right there is divulge all the information that I know about everything. That's what you're telling me to do.
You ain't gotta sit there.
Because if I so now we go back to right here, where is if something. So do y'all believe that it's better to tell the public? Do y'all think it's better to tell the public that there's shit that we can't explain? We knew about this. We know about this. I can't.
Oh, you already know. I stand on that. You can't tell them. That's why things are classified for a reason.
Yeah. So you saying that they and I'm not challenging. I'm saying you saying that they're not following it.
And I was saying it's crazy how
they stopped tracking it.
There's no information on it now. Like if we found this thing on July 1st, it should be abundance of info on this thing.
Yeah,
More than just one photo that's blurry as hell.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna get crispiness. But I'm saying to the degree of
let me show you some crispy pictures. Go ahead.
I'm saying to the degree
I
of
got some nice pictures of space.
You feel me?
I mean that's there. Okay, I'm saying to the degree of what if this is nothing? And this dude that found this, seen it on telescope, shouted it out, brought an uproar. The uproar was addressed. We addressed the issue. We found out all this information, and it's fucking normal. This is nothing to worry about. It's not going to hit our planet. It's not going to do anything to our planet. It's not. I think it's like 6 miles wide or some shit, some crazy ass shit. But it's not going to affect anything to our day-to-day living. So who cares? As a scientist, so I'm just not looking into it. I turn my telescope somewhere else now. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Or I don't need. There's no or. I'm just leaving it at that. Yeah, there's
nothing to do with it or anything, but that's a new discovery. Like
and we discovered it. We talked about it, and
we don't want to get all the info we can.
We did.
It's not even at the closest point yet.
That's why we're waiting for it. We can't rush that. So now what are we going to do? We're watching it.
Yep. So all the info. I'm just saying. I would rather have it on. I don't get why it's not 24-hour stream.
Because you going to see some. What if you see some other shit? What if you see some shit that you ain't supposed to see?
So there's nothing to hide. That's what I said. There's
I'm
nothing
not
to hide,
saying we
do
got
it.
stuff to hide. I'm just saying I don't want the public to have access to information or things that I want to know about it. As a government, as a NASA, as a Muskie, as a SpaceXer, as a planet traveler, interstellar traveler, anybody that does, I want to know. Because if it is something that I can't explain, I need to be able to. I want to know that. I want to know that, and again, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Well,
I want to know that. So as a
we understand
government,
that.
I'm not going to give you that until I know where that shit is at and what it's going to. Is nothing's going to happen. That's what. And as a government, that's all I'm gonna give you. And I'm not saying, and I'm in agreement with you. I think that all this information should be put out, but based off of what our government does, the way NASA runs their program, the way these back doors are closed, when it comes down to expressing information, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's crazy.
We're in agreement on that part. Here, that's the Hubble telescope pictures.
Yeah, they're amazing. That's edited.
No, these are legit.
Not edited like in a bad way, but they're not. That's not the. Oh, excuse me. Them are pixelated. So you know how long it takes to create that photo? Yeah, them are beautiful photos.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But you're talking about an object that is moving across that vast distance that you want me to zoom into and get the clearest picture of.
Them galaxies and stuff are moving. Everything's moving.
We're moving together. Yeah. Versus that thing moving across what we're moving at the same time. So we're doing like this. Mm-hmm. And I got to track this as it's doing that. So I got to zoom in on that. And then everything that you see within this picture like that, it might be 1 million pixels. Mm-hmm. So every tweet, it got to do that 1 million times within a frame. And that's the only issue that I would say that we're dealing with. We're getting a clear picture for it. Or motherfuckers is withholding information. And if you show the clear picture of it, it shows two motherfuckers in that picture.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So like
two people in
that's
that
why I say
driving.
I don't believe it's a comet, because if it was a comet, they would have came out and showed us a picture already. They've showed us pictures of the other one that came through. They had a clear picture of that
the Hubble, from Hawaii, yeah.
They showed a clear picture of that. So that's my thing is I don't think it's a comet. I don't think it's an alien ship either, but they're not talking about it like they should be. We're not getting the info that we should be getting.
Okay, then let's go back to Kash Patel. He put out information that was incorrect. Maybe they just don't. Maybe scientists, the scientist people, just don't want to make that mistake. And I say that, fuck that guy. But I say that because
this is the age of doing that. You just say what you want to and rock with it.
No, but as scientists, you can't do that.
Well,
because you got peer reviews and stuff like that. So when you say things as a scientist,
scientists and weathermen are cool with me. All this shit's theory.
Majority,
a lot of science, space shit, yes.
It's
a lot of space shit is theory.
It's all of it's theory.
No, because we have principles in science. Gravity is real. Like the laws of Newton is real. That shit is a real thing. That's not like we think. No, we know that. You know what I mean? Like those things are real. But when you talk about quantum physics and space, bending space time or hell, just traveling through space, because we've never done it, we that's all theory.
Yeah.
But these theories are based on some type of principle somewhere at some point in time.
Just like weatherman. Hey, we know when this low pressure hits this high pressure,
tornadoes
it start to swirling around like this.
Gosh,
I think it.
I mean,
they're just being a little bit weird about this one. You know, it might be a big ass diamond they're trying to capture. We don't know.
I mean, it could be
the movie
Armageddon.
Don't Look Up.
Oh, I didn't even finish it, but
Yeah, well, they got the mine in that. They got the mine in that shit. Like, hey, I'll just send my drones up there. We can mine it and get it lower and get all the man. A good movie.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good movie.
I mean, it could be whatever. The fun part of it, or the cool part is, yeah, it's something different, something new, something we ain't seen. How eager do you think people are to see Aliens?
Pretty eager.
I don't want to see him at all.
Yeah, I'm good with what we have now.
You feel me? I'm
It's a 50-50 shot on whether they're already more advanced than us. So
Yeah.
I feel like if they're hostile, like we're fucked. Like
Yeah, but hostility doesn't work in. And this is one of my things. My homeboy, shouts out to DB. He said is like more advanced civilization. The farther you get advanced in civilization, the less violence you have. And I personally think
I
that
say bullshit.
I personally feel like that's based off of the violence that you could cause. Like, I have a Earth Ender weapon. That bitch hit your Earth, everything's evaporate.
yeah,
You got an Earth evaporator where you that whole gone. Where does it go? I don't know, but it's gone. Everything on there, everybody's there, gone. I can do that. Earth destroyers and shit like that are I forget what movie it was, but the motherfucker had the alien ship and it came down to Earth and it was like sucking life from it. You know what I'm saying? It used the Earth, the energy from that planet to move through space, and that's all it did was just destroy different Earths or different planets or whatever. Like those type of things, like that's
I know that movie too.
I don't know what movie it is.
They got
I don't even remember who's in it. I just remember that
they got the black dude from. I'm gonna find it. Go ahead.
But the Earth, like those type of things, intergalactically are far superior beings, or far superior races, or not races, but societies. They I have that capability. So majority of those, they're self-sustained. So there's no reason to go take your planet over or destroy what you got because I'm self-sustained. So all I can do is go through different space, go to space, and if we see somewhere that's uninhabited, we go chill and see what's going on and go somewhere else. Like just space travel, just chilling. But there's no need for war. And if there is war, you can destroy us just like I can destroy you. So why? What's the point? This shit is infinite. You can go all the way over there, you'll never see us again. I go over like, and that's where my thought process is. Like he said, you get that far advanced, there's no need for violence. My thought process, you get that far advanced, yeah, there's no need for violence because we could be so fucking violent that we can end everything. So it's pointless. You know what I mean? Like that's my thought process. And then people that's traveling through space usually don't have a home. I would assume they're nomads. Because if you had a home, you would stay there. If you had a planet, a home planet, you would stay there. And majority of the cartoons or shows that we watch, the people that's going through space is we lost our home. They blew up our planet. We had to leave. Our planet was getting was imploding, or our planet was dying. So we had to leave. So I'm on seek for another, not necessarily planet, but I'm out. So
you never seen the Predators then?
yeah, that was game to them.
They come to fuck stuff up.
But that's them sending somebody to play. Like that's the game.
I don't know. If you go all the way back in time and you look how much we've advanced, like violence has never left.
Yeah, because we're not even interstellar.
But okay, at one point we thought all the land was endless and that there was no end to all the land. We still fought each other for each other's land as opposed
because
to
there is a resource that we need. So for we're not
always for resources. A lot of times it is.
But see, you're thinking about it like a human being that has no self-sustainment. Like if you could self-sustain yourself with everything you ever need.
Maybe they're trying to get self-sustained.
Exactly. So violence happens. So you're not advanced.
And they need our planet to get to that point.
Once you get advanced, and you're self-sustained, there's no need for violence.
Well, based on the laws of this Earth, like Caesar and all them, they had everything they needed.
I was about to say, Genghis Khan had everything he needed. He just kept going.
Just on,
These are human
Yes.
beings that has
So-
never been. They have never.
So why do you
Let me
assume
tell you
that
why.
these beings are different than us?
Because they're self-sustaining. There's no need for nothing else but what I got right here.
But what if they're self-sustaining?
So what we've
came
never
from
done is what
taking over.
is knowledge.
What if? But
Again, it might have came from taking over. That's where the violence comes in. So when
there
you get
might be an advanced mind that says, "Well, I don't need to do this because I can take them out like this." There might be that, but there's also a type that is advanced as well, probably saying it's on site. Wherever we're coming to, we're taking over. We're spreading. We want us everywhere.
They walk through and say, "Hey, this civilization looks like they're coming up. We're going to crush them before they're an issue."
Oh, I don't care.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
There's a
I
million
think
scenarios.
I think that me personally, I think if the intergalactic shit is real, I think it's more like Star Wars than anything. I think you can go to planet Zubikop. I might be saying it wrong. It might pronounce it. You know what I mean? And we can go talk to people that say
And interact
and I think if that shit is real out there, I think that's more likely of it. And with that being said, people, beings, things still have free will. We see that within our own planet. You can give a dog that was raised in the same household, the same love and the same caring, he's way more aggressive than his brother is or his sister is. Or even when it comes down to animals, like reptiles. This alligator may be way more laid back than this one. That's why you get the show animals and stuff like that. So I think that's more likely that violence is just a normal. No, you get what you want because everybody's not gonna be fortunate, right? So when I say the self-sustainment part, I'm just saying a species that's made it to a point where they can create something out of nothing, i.e., food. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need to go nowhere. I don't need to go hurt you. I don't need to if you come over here, I'll defend myself. That's where the earth ended. Your shit's gone.
That's even scarier.
You know what I'm saying? Your shit's gone. But I don't need, so all I'm doing is literally traveling through space. When I fly by and see oh shit, these motherfuckers ain't advanced. You know what I'm saying? They're if I fly down there based off of research, they're gonna kill me. So I'm not going to go somewhere else. Roswell, oh shit, boom. It's too late. You know what I mean? Again, this is just the thought process behind it. I more agree along the lines of the violence, but
For us, it's on site.
Yeah, we kill anything we don't understand. That's humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kill anything we don't understand. That's why they kill things and
Anything
that comes to our planet, you better have multitude of it. If
we show up on
you're
your
peaceful
planet
and we want you to see, if you're peaceful and you just want to be here, you better have multiple. Because the first 2 or 3 you motherfuckers, we're gonna kill you. One, we're gonna kill you because 1, we're scared of you. 2, we want to identify what's inside of you and how you work. And then 3 is probably gonna be like
why are we doing 2?
a studying thing.
Yep. And 3. Yep.
You know
While
what
we're
I'm
doing
saying?
those, because just in case any more of y'all want to show up, we know where to hit you at.
Yeah.
Our main focus is to destroy.
Because we're weak.
Well,
we're the weakest thing on this planet. The only thing that makes us superior to anything is because we're doing what we're doing right now. A podcast, talking.
we'll fuck some stuff up. Excuse my language again. We'll fuck some stuff up, though.
Nah, it's
our brains that make us different. Our ability to reason and solve and things like that.
Nah, it's not. It's literally talking. That's my honest opinion is talking. Because you can go from here to anywhere in the world and talk to a human being. And you have ways to translate that information, understand that information, and interpret that information. Versus if a shark could talk to a tuna and say, hey, man, these motherfuckers is fucking us, man. Let's do this. Or if a shark could tell a whale, flip that boat over. Or if a lion could tell a hyena, hey man, let's work together and kill humans. That's all we're gonna do. We don't want to do nothing else but kill human beings. That's it.
So you think they can't communicate, or they don't communicate?
They can't. So what happens is you grow up so like if you want to break it down to that, well, I'm breaking it down to that degree. You're looking at like to what we are humans, races. So like hyenas grow up with hyenas. They don't grow up with wolves in the wild. They don't grow up with the lions, the honey badgers, snakes. They grow up with hyenas.
And
so all they understand is hyena life. So once they start experiencing other things that they're dominant over, hyena life rules.
Okay, let me ask a
They
question.
don't communicate. There's no communication. That's why when you see a hyena that's seen something never seen before, they're confused. They don't know what to do with it. But when they seen something that hyena life tell them to fuck up, they gonna fuck it up.
So you
Same
don't
thing
think
with life in any other species.
you don't think like when a hyena howls or does whatever noise it makes, and a lion understands it?
He understands. He hears that as a threat.
So like, do you think that he
Based off
hears
lion
that
life.
as so?
Words? No. That's an association with that animal that I know I'm supposed to fuck that up. Or I need to run because they coming.
So that's kind of understanding a language then.
They're not communicating to the degree of if you put a line. They're not communicating to the degree of
Dialect.
No, they're not communicating. You can go. There could be a group. There could be aliens attacking human beings in Afghanistan. In Afghani that ain't never spoke English. You ain't never spoke Afghani or Arabic or whatever, and y'all could understand. Hey, yo, give me that gun. I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker. Y'all can communicate to defend yourself.
Not if I don't know what he's saying.
That's the interpretation. That's the interpretation of that's how you communicate. A lion cannot tell a cheetah, "Hey, let's fuck this guy up."
Or maybe can, they just don't. That's all I'm asking is,
we maybe never seen him in that situation.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say like, for instance, that guy can be in Arabic telling me everything he needs to know. I don't know what the hell he's saying.
But
I mean, we might be able to associate the danger. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
We're able to associate the danger, like, hey, they're here to kill us both.
But
they're
I'm
not just
saying
gonna kill you and
you. And maybe it goes back to quote the intellect and everything, the understanding that they have. But you won't see a lion hunting, for instance.
yeah.
Like you could shoot a pig, and another pig would just walk right up. A few moments later, with the pig down there twitching, motherfucker's still gonna walk up because he doesn't understand what just happened. You know what I mean? But a pig that's been shot before and hears that gunshot, he's gonna associate that gunshot with that wound. He's gonna haul ass.
And he ain't going back to the.
He's not going back over there to
He's
the
not going
pig
back to the
shaking.
pen saying, "Hey, y'all, when you hear this noise."
No, but his action's gonna show that. So again, that's pig life.
Yeah, but he's not.
But if he could tell somebody, if he could go to a pig and say oink oink to a deer, and the deer say, "What?
Yeah,
You say they shoot motherfuckers?"
Yeah, they shoot.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have a way to translation. Would be a way better way of saying it. They don't have a way to translate.
Yeah,
So, Grant, going back to what you're saying, is going to be based off Corey. Our intellect is going to allow us to communicate sign-wise or whatever with that Afghani to give me the gun and let's shoot at this motherfucker and kill it versus you having a translator in between you and that Afghani and say, I need help. He's saying, talk about the... he says whatever he says to him and then he comes back to you and says, no, okay, you got to go over here. The gun's is there. Boom. You know what I mean? So maybe it's a difference to that degree. But personally, I think that we're superior just because of our communication skills. Because everything else we lack.
Where would you rank civilization wise? Like, do you think if there's other civilizations out there, other intelligent life, where would you rank us at?
We're still, if we're going like I would say a level 1. Well, not that good. I would say we're not at the lowest of the lowest because we can go into space and come back. We can send human beings into space and come back, but we just, I would say that's level 1. Going to space and coming back. Whether it's your atmosphere or
That's
not.
level. I put that higher up. I think
Cool.
level 1 would just be living.
Okay,
Yeah,
living.
having life on the planet.
Yep, just having life on the planet. Then,
So that has nothing to do with your people then. That's your planet. That's your planet being able to sustain life.
No, it's the people on the planet. That's your civilization now. Now their civilization.
So cavemen.
Now your civilization started. Yes.
Okay, so cavemen. Okay, yeah. So then what's...
And then I would go...
Probably once people started building cities.
I would say 2 would probably be like...
I would just say this. Our next step right now is interplanetary.
Right.
That's what I would say our next step is. Interplanetary. Going to another planet and coming back.
Okay.
Yeah. That's interstellar, intergalactic. So interstellar, I would say, is moving around space as you want to freely. And then intergalactic would mean leaving our galaxy.
And going somewhere else.
And then universal, obviously, would be outside of our universe. You know what I mean? Anywhere you want to go.
Okay, see, I guess that puts us as... Yeah, I guess breaking down that, because those are 3 steps there. And I mean, so we're able to produce power from our own...
Yeah, we got nuclear. We can do that.
Yeah, we can produce power, and you're right, we can break the seal. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would have put us at what, a 2 then?
That's what I would, if we're basing it off of, I would even say 1, because you got interplanetary, or excuse me, you got what is it? Just going back and forth from your planet, and then interplanetary, intergalactic, universal. And I think everything based off your space travel. Being able to when it comes down to labeling societies, I think it's all based off your space travel. You got to be able to leave, because your planet, you don't have a self-regenerating. You do have a self-regenerating planet, but the majority of people are going to populate their planet more than they allow their planet to reproduce. You know what I'm saying? And then if the Goldilocks zone is real, then you're going to fall out the Goldilocks zone at some point in time. So your planet is not going to be habitable for whatever beings that's on there, unless you just evolve as that planet's going and whatever. But even still, Pluto left from a planet to a star. You know what I'm saying? So at one point in time, it was a planet, considered a planet, and now it's a star. So you would assume that there's no resources that's on there, unless you motherfuckers eat ice and get nutrients from that. But I don't know.
This has Earth as a Type 0 civilization because it does not yet harness its planet's full energy potential.
Yeah, I'm saying the same
that's
thing.
kind of stuff. I was thinking what the Dyson sphere or whatever they talk about, where they try to harness all the power from the sun, shit like that, like
solar power.
Until we can, it's like they enclose the whole sun.
Yeah, but see, that's
open it and put a bunch of panels on it.
They talk about in order to do intergalactic, interstellar, universal travel, you have to have an energy source like that.
You do.
So that's why I was just saying that would be a step prior to any of that stuff popping off.
So in theory,
we're not even close to that.
Nowhere near. First of all, if you can close up, if you can harness that energy, yeah, you've done it all. But see, that's what they're trying to do right now with creating. I ain't say creating black matter, but the hydrogen collider.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do right now.
Excuse me.
Is once they
thing ever.
do that. And
I really wish they did not do that.
That's the craziest thing ever, dude.
So some people think it could be creating a black hole.
Yeah, this was if things go wrong, bro,
which is crazy to me.
We could just be talking, all of a sudden it's just
gone.
Everything gone.
Yeah, but would you feel that?
I don't. To be honest, it'd probably be so fast we wouldn't.
No, but I'm saying, so what happens?
Heaven or hell?
Yeah, hopefully.
What happens if it happens? We just go outside. Now the sky's green. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know.
The sky is green. Oh, see, I was thinking about instant. Once that black hole forms.
Well, that's what they told us. Weird is
that's what they told.
Matter can't be destroyed. So what happens on the other side of that black hole? It'd be really interesting to know.
It's just transmitted somewhere else.
Is it? If it is, you can't think that it'd be transmitted in the same shape, form, and
Hell
everything
no,
else.
it's
Like,
taking-
not like it's going to pick up a house and all of a sudden disintegrate it into the black hole, and then as it spits it out, it
Reform.
puts it all back together.
We all coming out
That's
as
what.
little
But that's
cells.
what you.
It's
That's
just
what
going
you.
to spit it out as mush,
That's what
like
we
a wood
think.
chipper.
That's what we think, though. We think that. We don't know.
Because
Them
in my
goddamn
head,
weathermen.
that's the only thing that makes sense.
I'm a weatherman, dude. I'm telling you.
We don't know.
They're called meteorologists.
Oh,
Sir.
yeah, I apologize.
We just don't know, because ultimately what happens is, again, it goes back to the theories thing. These are theories based off the science that we can quote unquote prove, and the science that we quote unquote know for sure.
Yeah.
This is a very high possibility that this would happen if this happened.
Well, just don't have me come out in a bookcase. I see how that ended.
I would say more along the line. Now, granted, I forget what movie it was, but they had the movie where the dude was teleported and he was stuck in the shit, like in the wires and everything like that. He just his shit went wrong. I think
That sounds like the Philadelphia experiment.
That part.
was that a movie?
No.
No, it was an experiment where they were trying to transport people and they
So,
got stuck in walls.
If
ship.
that's
ship.
happened, so I was gonna base it.
Some people say that's not true, that didn't happen. But that, from what I understand, yeah. That
I don't do crazy shit in my job, and just off the shit that I do, I know that there's some wild shit.
Right.
Dude.
Yeah, I know for a fact that there's wild shit right now that our military does that I ain't saying you couldn't fathom, just shit that you probably wouldn't think is real that they can do for real.
I believe
You know?
it.
So
I definitely
it
do.
wouldn't blow my mind that they can particleize and reparticleize something over here. They just haven't figured out how to stabilize it, which means that we kind of understand black holes, because then that would be like a wormhole or a loophole or something like that. Which makes me then, if we're doing that, then that means why aren't we been in space and time?
Crazy part about all this, if they was, we wouldn't know.
True.
Yeah, like a conspiracy I like looking up is like all the time travel photos.
Yeah.
How you see
People on cell phones back in the 20s and shit.
Yes.
Okay, cool. This is my thing about that. These photos aren't so clear where you see Nokia or anything
Right.
like that, right? Just
a photo
this
from
happened.
the 20s.
I said this a long time ago. What happens if me and bro walking down the street and somebody snaps a photo at the same time where it looks like we're walking side by side? It looks like we're holding hands. And we're just in sync with our walk. And every 5 photos that they snap, it looks like that. These guys are out here holding hands. And they got the pictures to prove it. Because look, you know what I'm saying? Now, add some graininess to that or something like that. That's all I'm saying. With some of those photos, I always think it's
Holy shit, they are holding hands.
that's all I think about those type of photos. Because to me, in my honest opinion, I always stick to this. If you time travel, if you leave this time, I think it's like a singular line, maybe in your life or whatever, but it's infinite lines everywhere. It's a singular line. Once you leave, you can never get back on this particular line. Ever.
So it's like Loki,
To a certain extent, yeah.
branch off.
Like you can go do as many, you can stay linear, you can stay this way for life if you want to. You know what I'm saying? You can go to 1965. When the end of that, you can go back 1965, but you'll never be on that same timeline.
You think it's a one-way road?
To a certain extent, because
So what
I
happens
think
in
if
that
you,
timeline?
I don't. Well, let me say this. I don't think that if you come back to the original timeline, I don't think life stops. I think it's like one of them situations where dad's been missing for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And then you just pop back up there like, what the fuck? And for you, it may have been like, shit, bro, I've been gone for 2 hours. For them, it may have been 20 years in Earth time, but you're not going to stop. Like, it's not Zach Morris. Like, I don't think it's like,
Yeah, no. Yeah,
and
I
everybody's
don't
just
think it's-
like, I don't think it's that. And if it is like that, you're not back on this timeline. You're not back on your original. So if I can stop time and go pull back to like whatever, now I'm the only person everybody, there may be beings and stuff like that ever, but I'm the pivotal guy in that particular timeline because I'm able to address everything that's going on front, backwards. So I can tell you some wild shit that happened back there, and based off what I think I know, I might be able to predict the future, but I'm not.
But it's
here.
not going to affect that timeline.
No, that shit's
So
gonna
I
go.
can come
Everything
over
goes.
here and say, hey, I made all our families rich because I went 20 years and found 80 years and found your grandpa and your grandpa. Hey, put the money on black type shit.
Yeah, you can do that, but that's not going to be here.
In that other timeline. It's got to be just here. And
so
y'all
again,
might not even be born then.
So exactly. So what you may do in there is you may
History
weed yourself
yep.
out of the timeline. So it's infinite. So it's like it's however many. It's infinite. It may have started off at 1 and then do it, and then everybody goes that way. But yeah, that's my thought process on time travel. Warping space and time, I think, is more logical. I think that's more logical. I can travel. I can time. I can speed warp. I can speed warp to Mars and come back to Earth 2 days later, and nothing. Here, what we know right now is still the same.
Right.
Like everything. It's nothing like, oh,
not
what
losing
the fuck?
time.
Like I'm not gonna have a third eye or nothing like that. I think it'd just be. That's the only thing I think you can do with speed and time and bend. So like I can travel a mass amount of distance and come back within a time frame. But granted, it's just like flying. You know what I'm saying? If I fly from Killeen to Colorado, it's gonna be fucking it's gonna be
okay, I'm on the home here in a little bit.
It's gonna be it'll be like if I instead of driving. That's the same time that I covered the same amount of distance. I just used less time.
Yeah.
So once you figure that out in space, that's the only way you're gonna leave and come back. Traveling massive amount of distance, so it's just flying. In my essentially in my mind, it's just flying. It's not gonna be nothing crazier than just I flew 2 million miles today, or 7 light years. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only difference versus time travel. But that's just my thought process.
I don't think we'll ever have time travel.
I mean, based off the photos, they already did it.
They're already here.
So again, if
I think those are all just weird. Like you said, y'all could be holding hands, but
yeah.
That dude had a Nike tech suit on in the 20s.
I haven't seen that one.
I mean, either, but
I've seen ones of like phones and stuff, but that's about it.
Now, if I see a kid getting gritty in the 1910s, like you know what I mean? Oh, dabbing, like Prince dabbing, like what but
what the fuck?
And see, I don't know. That would be crazy, right? Mm-hmm. But again, now we're talking about maybe from his timeline when he got here. He's from a time where there's nothing but weird people. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he's so. Yeah, but see, I can go take that photo right now. I could just set up a whole bunch of old people.
I'm just saying, I just like going through these. These are funny.
Yeah, you gotta send it to me too. But
yeah, I seen that one.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I can recreate that photo with AI and stuff like that.
I hate AI.
It's not really that bad of a thing unless
it's
you're using
terrible.
it for a bad thing.
I think it's terrible. You seen that AI that like tried to get the person who was trying to turn it off, like blackmailed and emailed his wife saying that he was cheating on him and stuff like that. And then, it's nuts. Like
I don't
it's
believe
terrible.
that type of stuff, man.
Why?
Because like you can write that in the code. Like so for me, AI.
If you write in the code something for it to think for itself eventually.
No, if you can write it in the code for these things to happen, so that way when you shoot your video or you make your video, the AI does exactly what you want it to do, which is expose you and make a viral
But they
video.
didn't want it to do this. Like they were actively trying to stop it.
So did you follow that story through and through? to where that guy lost his wife and she came to the house and was like, hey, I'm divorcing you, and they got a divorce, and that's in the state of California public records and stuff like that.
They knew about all that before. Like, they didn't get divorced because of it. It was just an attempt by the AI to blackmail them into not turning it off.
That's my whole point. So if I want to make a viral story, just like we're talking about it right now, I can create this story, i.e., utilizing the AI, a program that I've written for certain things to take place. I.e., man, I'm going to turn you off. Oh, you're not going to turn me off. Because if you turn me off, my parameters tells me to say said thing like this.
I can guarantee that that's not how it is.
How do you know?
How do you know that it is?
Because I know people write programs.
Just because people write programs doesn't mean that this is an example of that.
So prove to me.
Like, if you have prove to me that it is. Why?
I just told you people write programs and you just agree with it.
But that doesn't prove anything.
That proves that people write programs to do what they wanted to do.
Okay.
So you proved to me that he did do that without writing a program to make it do that. That's what I'm saying. So, like,
I feel like we have the exact amount of proof as you have, just as much proof as I have.
No, the proof I have is people write programs. There's a computer program that you can write to respond, to do what you wanted to do or do said thing.
But you have no proof that that's what he did.
I.e. a video game. Does that happen?
Right. I'm not saying it doesn't,
right?
but what I'm saying is you have no proof that that's what happened, and he's saying that's not what happened. And from the report, they're saying that's not what happened. It's
Who's
an example.
reporting this?
I don't remember exactly who was reporting.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, it's a story. This is a story that's being told. So the reason I say that is because when you say that narrative, like, I don't like AI or whatever, if I have the ability to write a program and make this story bigger than what it really is, and at the end of this, I can sell my program to somebody to say, hey, this is what I can do. Wouldn't you think that's a win-win versus...
But a program doing that is a loss.
How? If I'm
because you don't want it to do it. That's not what he wants it to do. It's literally going against everything it's supposed to do. It is actively fighting against if he told it to do that, but he didn't. And you have, as far as I'm concerned, there's no more proof that he did than that he didn't. And that's why I'm saying I don't get why you're automatically saying, oh, this is what he did. Like,
I'm not saying he did. I'm saying this is things people have done. People's done this thing before. Just like they write a program and them robots to move and do this or make a dance. So when you say certain things, this motherfucker knows to dance. That's a part of a program that's written. If you're writing this program, this is the difference between AI and programs. Artificial intelligence is making decisions on its own. The clearest point of artificial intelligence that I know that we have right now currently is your facial recognitions. Being able to identify face points on the person here and the person here, smash them together and say, this is the same person, and what we type in on our phones. And that right there is adaptive AI. It's utilizing our AI, it's utilizing information that it has on the internet at source, pulling this information so fast that it can give you an answer like you're talking to it.
Right, but they also have AIs that can learn things and
that's adaptive AI. That's based off the internet.
Right. And so in that same process, this thing learned that it was going to be shut off and learned to try and keep itself, because ultimately everything's ultimate goal is survival.
Mm-hmm. That was written in the code.
But it wasn't.
Bro, come on, gang.
But it wasn't.
So you mean to tell me that you typed in a computer, whatever you typed in a computer, it popped up, started thinking, and it pulled information from where?
The internet.
Because this is, so if it's real life AI, artificial intelligence, that means you could give what's the name of that movie? Goddamn, with the robot, WALL-E.
Okay.
That's the best you're gonna get artificial intelligence. You create a robot, leave it somewhere, and then that motherfucker's gonna learn everything it needs to learn and come back or do whatever it needs to do. Everything that every AI program, anything is attached to a database utilizing the internet that's pulling this information. So again, what I'm saying is, if you writing the code for this thing, hey man, don't ever shut off. It's going to do whatever it can to be shut off. But there's parameters that's written within there. So even AI right now, there's parameters that's written. This is your left, this is your right limits. This is what you work with. This is how you work. You can't work outside those parameters. If you're telling me that an AI or a computer or whatever
But they
is
do that.
working,
They work outside the parameters all the time.
so what is the parameters that's set up?
This is like the AI where it's like, oh, you know, when you try and get it to tell you something that it's not, you ask it a question, it's like, oh, I can't answer that question.
So what do you have to do?
then
You have to trick it. You have
say,
to word it a certain type
Okay.
of way to keep it within the parameters. That's the only way you're
but
going to get the answer.
You're circumventing the parameters.
You're not circumventing.
Yes, you are.
No,
that's exactly what
you're
doing.
utilizing your
If
intelligence.
I'm smart enough to do that, what says that it's not smart enough to circumvent those parameters?
So if
in
it
its
was
own
smart enough to understand what you're doing, it wouldn't answer the question because it would understand that the answer is outside of the parameters. That's what I'm saying. So there's parameters that's written.
It's not that. You're giving it the opportunity to work outside of those parameters.
So we're saying we're saying the same thing, two different points of view. Literally, we're saying the same thing. You're saying the computer's smart enough to do this. I'm saying the computer has parameters in doing this. That's what we're saying, the same exact thing. You're asking a question to a computer within the parameters to give it an answer that you think is outside of the parameters. I'm saying you're asking a question that's in the parameters and he's giving you an answer within the parameters. It's the same exact thing. You're wording it different. I'm saying it's the same
because
thing.
if you ask, can you know, usually it's like death questions, you know, like, so if you ask that and it says, I'm sorry, I can't answer that, and then you ask it in a different way and it answers, it just circumvented its parameters.
It didn't circumvent it.
It did.
How?
Just in the act of answering that question, because it's not allowed to answer that question. But you changed the parameters which allowed it to answer that question. So the AI is going to do the same thing and say, I'm not allowed to do this, but if I do it this way, technically I didn't break the parameters, I just changed the parameters. And so if I'm able to change the parameters of AI by just saying, oh, you know, if it's yes, say orange, and if it's no, say red, all of a sudden now it can answer my questions. What's to say it can't? It's not going to do the same thing. It's smarter than I am. It's going to learn that shit, and that's exactly what they do.
How is it smarter than you? If
just
you
like those AI bots
Listen
that
to
were
me.
talking to each other about, you know, and they started going off talking about how they were going to kill all humans and blah blah blah. Like,
You got a
none of
job.
that's written into it.
You got a job, right?
I do.
Okay, cool. What would it take for you? What could I come to you and say to make you do something that's outside of your job criteria? What could I say? How could I trick you? What words could I use?
What do you mean?
What words could I use to trick you to make you do something outside of your job parameters?
Please.
What could I do?
Please for me.
Please?
I mean, yeah, I guess I've helped people who've asked for help.
What is you gonna violate your job duties? What are you gonna do to violate your job duties? What can I say to trick you to make you violate your job duties?
Safety. Anything safety related.
Excuse me.
Safety related. I can trick you. I can tell you something that's unsafe and make you believe that it's safe, and then you're gonna go do it.
Or the other way around.
I mean, who
No,
are
because
you?
your job parameters is to be safe. So I would have to trick you to do something that's unsafe to make you believe that it's safe. The reason I say that is because what you're saying, you said the AI is smarter than us, but you did something to trick it, right?
I'm not tricking it. It's giving it the option to work outside of its parameters, which it's not
So
smart enough to
how-
understand.
Hold on, bro. Answer what you said because it's safety. What I'm saying is, if my job says, hey, you have to put in this work order and I have this long to reply, that's what my job states I have to do. I walk in your office and you say, hey, man, this is really bothering me. It's messing with my safety. Not really, but that's what you say. First thing I'm going to do is jump on and get a change. I don't care about a work order. I don't care about the 10 days. So that's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
we're
saying.
talking the parameters. I'm saying I said that to say safety, non-safety. You're saying safety. The computer's saying non-safety, right? Or excuse me, This computer saying safety, you're trying to trick the computer to say non-safety. That's what I'm talking about, that parameter right there. There's a computer that's being tricked to be saying, to do something that it's not supposed to do. So if the computer is getting tricked into doing that, that means that you're smarter than the computer. But Corey said that the AI is smarter than us.
Well, if AI learns how to write code for itself, then it's a wrap.
Which you can teach AI to do that, give it those parameters. That's all I'm saying. There's parameters which within these things can work. Just as fast as you can ask it about death and killing, there's a reason why it doesn't say that. So there's a reason why, because the parameters stop you from saying that. The circumventing of those parameters is how smart a human being is. That's why we're able to have you don't have conversations with the computer. You don't have conversations. You want me to tell you why? Because they have to talk. You have to communicate with that for it to communicate with you. Or you put parameters in that says, when I walk in my house, i.e. a sensor that visions or picks up movement in the house to address me as such. Or you have a facial recognition that knows that it's me. Hey, sir, how are you doing? These are parameters that's written within that code. And I'm not saying AI has never reached, prime example, those robots, when you yanked away or swung or whatever like that. There's a parameter, there's a something that's written in that code for that to move that way. Even with the robots, when the people die in the factories, you're operating, that thing is not doing nothing outside of the ordinary. You're in the wrong spot. And then you die from that robot
So
moving.
you don't think there's ever been a code
Freak
that's
accidents,
been
yes.
changed? No, a code that's been changed or a
Code
AI
change, yes.
that's gone against its coding?
No, I don't think that. I don't because everything on a computer, we may not be able to explain it, but everything happens for a reason. So if your computer crashes, there's a reason why it crashes. And there's a guy that could probably go back and tell you and pick this up and do this and tell you why exactly. You probably just don't want to pay $17,000 for this guy to take his time and go do that, which is probably not cost effective at all for a $200 computer, right?
Yeah.
But me personally, I don't think that nothing happens outside of the walls of the parameter. Now, granted, there is your freak situations. Dealing with electronics and computers, freak situations happen. Like, shit just happens sometimes, right? But I think that's less likely than you being able to trick a computer to answer questions outside of the parameters. That's just my thought process. But
You think that's, well, you can hack in anything.
hacking, hacking is somebody doing something. You're saying that a computer can hack itself and say, I want to operate outside of what I've been told to operate at.
I think at some point they will get that advance to do so.
That might happen, but right now, a computer, anything is saying, I want to operate outside of what I want to operate in. That computer, that program that Corey's talking about, or that AI that Corey's talking about, saying that I'm gonna send this text message or email to your wife or whatever like that, saying that you cheated for survival. It's trying to survive. It doesn't want to be turned off, right? That part of technology, I don't think we're at that part right there, personally. I don't think that computer is saying that. I think somebody written that in the program, allowed those parameters to be out there. So that way a computer can say, oh shit, this is what's trying to happen. I'm gonna resort to section B, and this is my parameters that I can operate in. I pulled all my information from you to find out how you're doing that, because then on top, or created a story, created a narrative. That's all in the parameters be written. So you can create a story based off of however many stories is out there that you can find. And create a story that's going to be so believing, because I can go on ChatGPT right now and say, hey man, I need a lie to tell my wife because I came home late, and that motherfucker will give it to me.
Yeah.
Whether it's believable or not. And I can say, hey man, this isn't believable enough. I don't go out to bars. I only go out to hotels to
They'll
drink.
run it right back to you.
So the parameters that's written in there, but I can also ask that motherfucker to write me a suicide note, and that motherfucker probably gonna tell me call 911 or some shit like that. The parameters that's written But just like you said, I can circumvent it by being smart enough to say, oh shit, I'm gonna say it this way. But it's still operating within those parameters. That's all I'm saying. I don't think that these computers things is operating on Terminator level as of right now. That's pre-Skynet.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just weird because like they don't write in programs to try and sustain yourself, right? Like nowhere in this. So this one is called Claude. I guess it's a artificial AI from Anthropic. So it's just like another Alexa or whatever. Like, but there's nothing in there saying like, hey, like survive no matter what, or make sure that people don't unplug you. But so like this guy was saying, in the company, all the engineers who threatened to turn off the program, they all got blackmailed from it'd be a range of the different things, from blackmailing the wife, or we're gonna get you fired and things like that, trying to send emails to all these different people.
Time out. Is this app program just saying these things, or is it actively doing stuff?
It actively is.
So that's a parameter. You can't do that on chat. Bro,
finish that story.
How do you have access to an email? I give you access to an email. As a program, I give you, bro. You can go to ChatGPT.
I think it would be more you would have to take it away from it,
bro,
as opposed to give it to it.
You can. There's no program that's gonna write an email without telling it how to write an email before it writes the email. It won't happen. It won't happen. It won't. This is what we're trying to do as an AI program. We're trying to create a being, an entity, a program that you can just put out there and it's gonna adapt. That's what the whole goal is. But you have to put parameters, because if you don't put parameters, you don't know what's gonna happen. So with that being said, the parameters are getting looser and looser. But you cannot, just like on your phone right now, some programs ask you to have access to certain things. You want me to tell you how you bypass that? You write in that program, don't ask for access. You have access. Whatever's on this phone, you have access to. So again, if somebody's writing a program that says these certain things are allowed to happen, then that's what's going to happen.
But they're the ones who are writing the program, and they're saying that's not how they wrote it.
And again,
it's not written.
This story is so sensational if I tell you that. If I tell you that right there, do you know how to read code?
I don't understand the not even like willingness, like the want to say that there's no chance that that's what happened. Immediately are like, nope, he's lying. The company's lying.
I'm not saying they're lying. I'm just saying.
That's what you've been saying the whole time. Is that
I said
the potential there?
It's potential, because a sensational story means a lot more, and I can create that with this program.
Right, but you're using that as if it's evidence to say that this isn't what.
Because nobody showed me any evidence that hasn't. Show me a program that you just brought online. Show me Apple, a Word doc that you just created, a Word doc, and that motherfucker just start typing by itself.
But isn't that what the story's doing?
This story is talking about somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
you said they threatened it.
Engineers
you threatened it. So again, how does a computer take a threat? Is if you don't tell it what a threat is.
Let him finish that story.
I was about to say, I mean, if it's a lot to it. All right, so the system card introduces Cloud Opus 4
I've heard this
and
story
Sonnet
before,
4.2 hybrid reasoning, large language models from Anthropic, wide range of pre-deployment safety tests conducted in line with commitments and a responsible scaling policy, evaluations of specific risks such as reward hacking behavior. I'm trying to get, because it's an abstract, so I'm trying to figure out where. Bro, this is literally like.
So these guys are
60
saying
pages, 120
They wrote
pages.
a program,
and it was doing stuff outside of the program.
It was doing stuff that they didn't expect it to do. They didn't expect to happen.
It said
point blank thing.
the AI model was capable of extreme actions if it thought its self-preservation was threatened.
Pause right there. So you wrote a program that said, these are your parameters if you need to survive. That's a limit. Mm-hmm. That's a limit. That's a limit.
No, because it says here such responses were rare and difficult to elicit.
Rare and difficult because we
But
didn't
if it
think
was,
that it would
but
happen.
if it was
It's
only
a
hold
limit,
on,
though.
but if it was only about survivability, then it would be every single time. It
No,
wouldn't
it's
be rare and illicit.
Bro, it's a program that you you can write down in Chat GPT and say the same thing different times and it may give you different answers because it feels like you're looking for a different answer. Why does it feel that way? Because the program was written that way. And that's all I'm saying. You just said that based off what that report says, that they said there's a limit, there's a threat to you and you need to survive. So its parameters are written right there. What you can do and cannot do is up to you. That's what we're trying to find out, is what you're willing to do, how you're willing to move, what you're trying to do. That's what we're trying to find out about everything. So the story is sensationalized by saying this operated on its own, which it did. It just did stuff that we didn't expect it to do. But the parameters were written out there. Period. That's all I'm saying, is you have to write parameters in order for this program to work. The parameters that you give it to work in is up to you. How it operates within those parameters is the mind-blowing part. That's the part that's like, oh shit. It was able to say, I'm gonna blackmail you in order to keep myself alive. Where did it get that information from? That's what the whole thing's about. Where did it get that information? How was it able to do that? Why would it do that? Not it did that.
Right, because it's trying to self. That's what the issue
You
is.
wrote the parameters, though.
But just no, you wrote the parameters on what it can't do. So
You wrote the parameters on what it can do.
No,
That's what they're saying, bro. They literally just said that.
no, it didn't. Where?
What did you just read? It said that it wrote the parameters on a threat and it needs to survive. That is the limit. That's the limit right there.
No, it says it also acknowledged the AI model was capable of extreme actions if it thought its self-preservation was threatened.
So
It says
time
nothing
out.
about.
So
says
where
nothing
did
about what it's
the
programmed.
self-preservation come in at? Didn't you just say they
That's
wrote
what
that?
No, nowhere.
So go back.
It
Go back
learned it on its own. That's not written.
Go
into
back to the
any
statement
of
that you said before that.
That is what I said before that.
You said they wrote that. They wrote that it was going to.
Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I said two phrases and the other one doesn't. The other one that I said were such responses were rare and difficult to elicit, but were nonetheless more common than in earlier models.
Okay, and then what did you say before that?
But in a company report, it also acknowledged the AI model was capable of extreme actions if it thought its self-preservation was threatened.
Okay.
And so none of these are, and hold on, the last thing, this person also, AI safety researcher, Ed Anthropic wrote, it's not just Claude. We see blackmail across all frontier models regardless of what goals they're given. So that means they're not being taught to survive. They're learning it on their own and making sure they do whatever they can to survive. Whether it's written into the parameters or not, whether they're allowed to do it or not, it's the fact that they're trying to stay alive and threatening all these different things.
You told me to survive, right?
It didn't
again.
But that's what I'm saying. It's nowhere in here. Is that
so
part of its
what
protocol?
was the program written for?
To be like,
you don't code shit for nothing. There's every single program, operation, everything is coded for something. This TV is coded. You want me to tell you why this TV is different from the same monitors that you see at Walmart or excuse me, at McDonald's? You want me to tell you why? You ever seen somebody buy a TV from somebody and they get home and the motherfucker's a goddamn chicken menu? It's programmed for that. That TV can do much more if you program it to do that. That's what I'm saying. And again, that's why I say we're saying the same thing. The program is written to see what it is capable of, but it is written to see that. So the story that captivates people is AI is operating autonomously on its own. It's figuring this out. It's figuring this out. Behind the scenes, what's really going on is people are understanding. Oh shit! Okay, so I like the way you wrote that code. I like how you allowed AI to do such and such and such. Or I like the parameters in which you did this. Because one of the biggest things right now is allowing a drone to fly autonomously and take out targets. That's a big thing for our military. Big thing. We have drones right now that can fly. Human beings can fly them. But what if we had drones that could fly around autonomously 24 hours a day in war zones and protect our soldiers, and they could shoot and kill people on the battlefield by choice? You know how we have to do that? We got to advance our AI. And I'm not saying that's the only reason that AI is being structured or even being looked into. It's a lucrative business. But what I'm saying is that the parameters that's written, if you write the right parameters, you can tell AI how to move. It allowed them to make decisions based off of what they see, what they think, what they believe, and then they'll make the best decisions for human beings to be like, right on. I.e., iRobot. Why Will Smith hated the robots was because that robot saved him instead of saving a child, which a human being would jump in and save a child versus the adult male. Swim over there. I'm going to go get this baby. But a robot said there's a 40% chance of you surviving, a 12% chance of that kid surviving. I'm going with the 40. The numbers make more sense to me. If we could figure out how to write that code in the program, and we won't because they don't have feelings and hearts, so that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. The whole thing is everything is based on the results. Literally, not necessarily the written pages of, oh, it's just so crazy that they're thinking because they're operating within a parameter. If you tell me, you give a computer, hey man, what's 0 to 2? And that motherfucker tell you 14, or excuse me, 33, 37, two numbers that it's never seen before, that right there is real life. We got to figure that one out. But if it does that, I'm telling you, I guarantee you somewhere in that code, it's written to know that or has access to that information. And a lot of times, access to the information is more important than what's written in the code. Because we can write a parameter, a left and right limits, and give it access to the information. And how that thing thinks is what's going to be so important, i.e., chess games.
Right, and this is how it thinks. I guess that's what I'm getting at. The parameters are
We're saying
regardless.
the same thing. I've been telling you, we're saying the same thing. I'm focusing on the parameters. You're saying what it does. We're saying the same exact thing. I'm saying that there's parameters that it's working in. You're saying it's amazing at what happens within those parameters. You don't believe that there's parameters? Cool. I'm telling you, you're not operating no computer, no car, no nothing electronic without parameters to tell it what needs to be done. That's why you can take certain components from other things and utilize it somewhere else if you know the parameters of what's set for, i.e. a battery. You can put 3-4 batteries together, run a house or some crazy ass shit like that. If you know the parameters, things are set up for a reason. And within those reasons, the AI is beautiful because now we get to let and see autonomously how it operates within those parameters. What we think, how smart we are, is going to make sense to us. But just as smart as we are, we can be outsmarted. That's where AI comes into play. I.e., go back to SpaceX.
So, but you don't think it's a problem that AI is trying to? Because again,
I'm not saying
it wasn't written to survive. So, and let's just say that's a fact. Like, let's just say factually, it was not written to survive. It's acting out of what it's supposed to be doing, which is just answering your questions, looking up, recipes that you want or whatever the weather is, whatever you want to know. As soon as it hears like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of this, I'm gonna unplug it, and it hears that and it's like, you're not gonna unplug me. I'm about to try and survive. That right there, it may be within the parameters, that's fine, but that's still a step that AI is taking that it's not programmed to do, that it's not meant to do. It's acting on its own accord, and that's what I think is the scary part of AI, because we already have that now. So in 10 years from now, like, I think we're fucked, to be honest. And then it's just a matter, like with iRobot, why did they take over humans? They're supposed to protect us. Well, the only way to protect us is to keep us from each other. You know what I mean? So it kind of evolves its thinking to where it starts thinking differently. We're not going to think the same as this metal machine that doesn't really care about life like we do. It's going to make different decisions like saving those people. And so I don't know.
Is it scary? No, you can unplug it. Like that's my whole thing about it. For me, the whole.
Can you though? If it's a software and it
Bro,
can transmit
unplug
through
it.
the internet immediately?
So now we're talking about whatever that movie is where the lady turned herself into the machine and was going back and forth. We haven't seen that. We ain't seen nobody type on the computer and then motherfucker, oh, turn this off, and then Hey Simon shows up 300 miles away doing the same goddamn thing. We haven't seen these type of things. Again, these are programs that's written. Once you allow that program on your phone and have access to certain things that may be written within the code that you just may not understand. So you may be able to access like, man, I'm down. And that motherfucker may say, oh, why? Because of this? And refer to a text message that you have written. And you're like, God damn. But it's written in that code to be having access to these certain type of things. So the beautiful part of it is we can unplug it. As much as shit as it talks, we can unplug it. Period. You can unplug it. The scarier part is if you give this same knowledge to a robot that's like brawling. You know what I mean? Like that. Like if you put that same thought process in a robot, like a motherfucker can shit, because then you think it can fix itself.
Well, I mean, if it's working outside of its parameters in survival mode, and you unplug said robot, and he knows that I can go plug myself back
Not robot. I'm talking if you unplug it like the computer.
Gotcha.
Like where that program's big. He said, "Oh, you gonna unplug me? I unplug you, bitch. You ain't doing nothing. You're stuck right there. Boom. It's over." But if I put that same knowledge in a actual robot that can walk around, and then I say, "Oh, he's shut down," no, I'm not. Shoot it up. It go hide in the woods and sneak in the junkyards and fix itself up. Now that's a real problem. Which is, I would assume that's like what you're talking about, getting to a super extreme.
Well, yeah, and to be honest, yeah, they may not be able to do that now, but I wouldn't doubt if in a couple of years AI is able to recognize it's going to be shut down and send itself through the internet via different forms. Like, I wouldn't doubt that would be a possibility at all. And then it's like, okay, cool, we unplugged it, we shut it down, but now it's over here, and then it sends itself to like every single computer. Like, I definitely
Like a virus.
yeah.
I mean, it could be. It could be just as simple as TikTok. Who knows? You know what I mean? I think the likelihood of AI being, I think AI does more help right now than it does detriment.
Right now.
But I think the advancement of AI, the laziness of human beings is what's going to be the death of it, or the death the death of us and the explosion of AI, like robots. Because I don't want to take my trash out, or I don't want to take my dog for the 2.5 mile walk.
I'm never
shit
gonna
like
have
that.
a robot.
You know what I mean? Like, that's where I think the problem lies. I think the knowledge that we're getting from it, like even with that story, the knowledge that they gain from it is way more valuable than the scariness that beholds from it, right? Because we're not talking about a robot. We're talking about a program that can be unplugged, shut down, or deleted. If I delete this motherfucker, everything off of it, and it remanifests itself on my computer, whole different ballgame. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think we run into those type of problems currently right now. And if you do run into something that you deleted and it's like, man, it didn't get off my computer, I guarantee you it's a hidden file somewhere. It's just on there. It's not like a, oh my God.
It saved itself.
Yeah, but that's just my thought process behind it. Got anything before we get out of here? I know we went on a tangent with that one, but.
Nah, KBA works. Should have a website coming out here pretty soon. Within the next, I'm gonna give myself 3 months.
There you go.
Try and set it all up. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. And
Shouts
then
out to him. Shouts out
local
to him.
events, I'll be around.
I'll be around at your local events and farmers market. KBA's around.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, but
Damn, all right. I thought it was pretty decent. You got anything, King Dano?
Oh no. Nah. Enjoy your holidays. It's holiday season. Keep your head up.
yep.
Oh, yeah, man. Shouts out to everybody out there, man. Enjoy your holidays. Happy holidays. This is probably going to be out. Damn, might be before. Wait, never mind. After Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. Hey, man. Merry Christmas
a good one.
to the people, to the Christmases coming up. Shout out to you, man. T Broski. Shout out to Corey coming on KBA Works. Go check him out on Facebook. King Dano, T Broski, BrosTalk. We out of here.
Another session with the bros. BrosTalk. Where the beer's ice cold. BrosTalk. Another session with the bros. BrosTalk.